My name is Lira Voss, and I was a stellar relay operator on Elandor Secundus when the Emperor's wrath descended upon our skies. Before I recount the events that shattered my world, you must grasp a fundamental truth. When the Astartes, those transhuman enforcers of the God Emperor's decree, manifest on your planet, they are not harbingers of salvation or guardians of the weak. They embody the Imperium's unyielding mandate, a force devoid of compassion, pity, or hesitation. Their arrival signals not protection, but extermination. The astral beacon outpost where I toiled, perched on a rugged escarpment 22 kilometers southwest of Elandor's principal spire city, known as Nexus Prime. It was a modest installation, 8 full-time operatives and a cadre of indentured laborers for upkeep. Our duty was straightforward: intercept warp-echoed missives from the system's periphery, boost their potency, and disseminate them planet-wide. Information was the artery of the Imperium, pulsing through adamantium cables and sanctified cogitators. For 28 years, I'd labored at Beacon Epsilon 4. Endless cycles of calibrating wavelengths, fine-tuning amplification matrices, swapping outfused relay nodes, and submitting logs that vanished into bureaucratic voids. It was dutiful labor, vital to the colossal edifice of human dominion. One cog in an eternal machine. The omen of doom arrived on a Wednesday dawn by local chronometry. I was solitary in the central Nexus chamber, executing routine scans on the void link emitters, when the Alpha Priority conduit hissed awake. The transmission was augmented, layered with arcane ciphers and distortion filters, yet the command's gravitas pierced through undistorted. All non-combatant signal hubs, emergency mandate, Scarlet lockdown, segmentum fleet incursion imminent, initiate total signal eclipse, timeline indefinite, obedience imperative. No elaboration, no context. No platitudes assuring the faithful of their security under the Emperor's gaze. Merely an edict, impersonal and irrevocable. I adhered to doctrine, suspended all outbound feeds, ignited the submission flare to affirm our deference to orbital overseers, sealed the emitter grid, and entombed sensitive archives in the sub-level crypt. Protocol for wartime. Maneuvers, though I'd never enacted it in earnest. Then I endured. 3 hours hence, the firmament above Elandor Secundus transformed. Vessels tore from the immaterium at the Mandeville threshold, their colossal silhouettes discernible from the surface, refracting the radiance of our binary suns. Not the lithe, predatory cruisers of the Imperial Navy I'd anticipated, but behemoths, squat, indomitable, forged for apocalypse, Astartes war barges. I'd studied them in mandatory indoctrination hollows and loyalty primers. Every subject of the throne was schooled in the Emperor's demigods, the Space Marines. They had come to Elandor. My initial sentiment, may the Golden Throne absolve my frailty, was not exaltation or solace. It was dread. For when the Astartes descend, it signifies catastrophe of existential magnitude. They are not summoned for petty heresies or administrative lapses. They are loosed when sectors teeter on oblivion, when mortal legions falter, and only annihilation suffices. What transgression had we committed? What abyss had yawned on Elandor Secundus to summon the Emperor's thunderbolts? I engaged the outpost's dormant surveillance web, sweeping vernacular bands for fragments of insight. Civilian wavelengths devolved into pandemonium, tales of lance strikes scorching the equatorial archipelagos, wholesale detentions in the spire towers, entire precincts vanishing into calm silence. Yet the martial channels evoked true horror, scraps of encoded bursts, cryptic and fractured, but laced with primal terror, the raw panic of hardened guardsmen confronting the incomprehensible. Quadrant Gamma 9 overrun, reiterating Gamma 9 fallen, evacuation imperative, perimeter breached, throne preserve our souls, they're burrowing through the foundations. All formations withdraw to Tertiary barriers. Avoid direct confrontation. I say again, do not engage. The adversary? Elandor Secundus was a bastion of fidelity, steadfast for 7 millennia. Tithes remitted punctually, devotion untainted, submission total. What force would assail the Emperor's realm in this sanctified core? Revelation dawned at twilight as the initial assault capsules plummeted. They scorched the heavens like vengeful comets, ablating re-entry plasma in fiery halos. Thousands, arrayed in meticulous grids, each a fortress unto itself, engineered to crater landscapes upon impact. From my vantage, they etched incandescent arcs against the gloaming, aesthetic in their lethality, flawless engines of carnage, honed for singular purpose. Yet beauty offered no balm, for I knew their cargo. The Emperor's Reapers had alighted, and Elandor would be irrevocably scarred. Darkness enveloped the world, ushering the symphony of conflict. Remote detonations reverberated across the escarpment, their flares like ephemeral pyres on the vista. Public networks expired sequentially, severed by foe or fiat. Even tactical lines hushed, their frenzy yielding to a foreboding void that whispered of triumphs claimed and bastions fortified. I held vigil at my station, honoring the final directive. Uphold Blackout, scan for edicts, await hierarchical validation. But none materialized. Hours dissolved in fraught quietude, punctuated by war's muffled roar and spectral static. In the nadir of night, when strife's echoes dwindled to murmurs, footfalls resounded, ponderous, deliberate, inexorable. Plated greaves on grating, ascending from the undercroft vaults or service ducts. An intruder navigated the bowels with proprietary assurance. Impossible. The outpost's wards would have wailed at incursion. Access sigils rotated bi-daily, privy to cleared souls alone. No mortal could infiltrate an imperial nexus sans alarms, unless they transcended such trifles, wielding authority to transcend barriers in the throne's name. The cadence ascended the spiral ramp, nearing my sanctum. I rigidified at my panel, abruptly cognizant of my frailty, my inconsequence amid cosmic machinations. The portal was vault-grade plasteel, proofed against void breaches and bombardments. Breaching it demanded siege tools and epochs. It parted with a pneumatic sigh, as if casually unsealed. He loomed in the threshold, and in that instant, I beheld divinity incarnate. Space Marines are post-human, alchemized beyond mortal coils. Whatever vestigial humanity lingered was forged into supremacy, titanic, unyielding, sublime in terror. The Colossus spanned nigh 3 meters, sheathed in thrumming power plate that pulsed with arcane vigor. The panoply was mastercraft, segments etched with runic wards, pragmatic yet exalted, millennia of forge lore manifest, livery of crimson and obsidian, sigils. I recalled from edicts, the blood angels, paragons of fury restrained, avatars of the Emperor's noble wrath. If any chapter might temper zeal with mercy, it was they. That notion should have consoled, it did not. His helm was a visage of dread, visors aglow with spectral silence stretched, pregnant with peril. I braced for oblivion. Genestealer brood, he uttered. 5th cycle aberrations. Infestation permeated 65% of demographic strata. Incursion initiated 4 centuries prior. Recent proliferation signaled global revolt. The disclosure struck like a thunderclap. 65%. 4 centuries. Acceleration. Genestealers. The insidious Xenos blight, subverting genomes, forging hybrids loyal to tyrannid hives. Perfect saboteurs, proliferating through lineages until worlds crumbled unwittingly. They'd festered on Elandor for epochs, infiltrating strata, institutions, and bloodlines. 2/3 of souls I'd encountered. Vendors, artisans, overseers, harbored. Alien rot, feigning humanity. And I'd been oblivious. How? I gasped. propriety forsaken? How concealed? How pervasive sans detection? He halted diagnostics, helm swiveling with mechanical exactitude. Scrutiny intensified. They did not conceal, he replied. Indicators manifested, behavioral deviations, biomarker anomalies, demographic spikes in enclaves, intelligence aggregated, dissected, escalated, threat cataloged for purgation. Cataloged, as if planetary subversion were clerical drudgery. His dispassion chilled deeper than venom. But we were uninformed, I protested. No alerts, no vigilance edicts, no safeguards. Affirmative. Disclosure would precipitate escalation, driving brood subterranean, complicating excision. Instead, overt activity permitted while hierarchies, nests, and conduits mapped. Permitted while data was amassed, comprehension dawned, tremors seizing my limbs. We'd been lures, the untainted 35%, laboring in naivety, dangled to expose the blight. The Imperium had monitored for ages, observing as taint metastasized, tallying casualties for strategic gain. How many perished unwarned? How many salvageable souls corrupted amid observation? How many lineages shattered under watchful indifference? The untainted, I breathed. Their fate? He resumed calibrations, indifferent. Containment edicts are active, viable. Habitats are isolated, awaiting genomic audits. Cleared entities relocated for indoctrination and redeployment. Redeployment. Euphemism for upheaval. Dwellings forsaken, kin sundered, societies atomized across the void. I envisioned my HAB unit in Nexus Prime. Modest tomes, heirloom icons, the hydroponic alcove where I nurtured synth flora against the spire's smog. All forfeited. Even if vetted, I'd never reclaim it. Never recline in solitude, cultivate blooms, traverse accustomed corridors. He concluded the adjustments, confronting me squarely. Visors bored into my core. Maintain station integrity, he commanded. Networks reinstate progressively as zones sanctified. Facilitate linkages between Void Command and surface purifiers. Purifiers. Sanitized lexicon for execution squads scouring HABs, culling the aberrant. Aye, my liege, I assented. Defiance? Absurd. Flight? Futile on a quarantined orb. Furthermore, he added, tone sharpening, compelling eye contact, this discourse remains sealed. No disclosure to auxiliaries, purifiers, auditors, nor in quarantine. Understood, my liege. Do you comprehend? Intensity spiked, evoking primal alarm. I pondered, unraveling layers. The Imperium's foreknowledge, deliberate inaction, sacrificial calculus. Billions expended for intel, deeming one world's agony paltry against galactic peril. Genestealers as existential rot, demanding ruthless excision lest sectors fall. It was rational, merciful in macro, averting vaster woe, yet abhorrent. Aye, my liege, I comprehend. He assessed, then inclined helm fractionally. Adequate. Recommence duties. Network revival in 5 hours. Directives. Via fortified conduits. He departed, aura lingering. Lubricant tang, ionized air, and death's musk. Solitude engulfed me. Contemplation churning. He'd addressed me as peer, validating service, yet underscored impotence amid titanic forces. My realm eradicated, existence upended, bonds severed, triumph per imperial metrics. Genestealers, not victims but vectors, rewriting essences, subjugating to hive minds. Choice irrelevant, taint demanded purge, duty compelled continuation, facilitate further cleansings. Honor or malediction? Hours crept. I monitored voids, chamber constricted, post-divine. War's din subsided, deceptive peace, purifiers. Persisted, dissecting society. Thoughts tormented. Vendor Elias, affable with rations. Hybrid, colleague Mira, diligent. Pawn, paranoia eroded trust, mirroring Xeno's intent. A tone pierced reverie. Priority feed, naval timbre. Beacon Epsilon 4, orbital oversight, lift eclipse, await assignment vectors. Human cadence soothed post-Astartes. I revived arrays, indicators cycled to operational. Traffic skewed martial, logistics for camps housing multitudes, transits for masses, tallies dwarfing comprehension. Elandor, occupied, governance supplanted by martial law. Amid streams, obsidian-grade cipher, arcane, sector shaking. Prepare for obsidian linkage, obsidian imperative. Unprecedented, my outpost elevated to nexus for inquisitorial Astartes conduits. Conscripted into galactic defense. Irony. Survivor aiding replicates of my world's fate. Initial obsidian burst, coordinates for Valtor Quintus. Demographics, Xenos suspicions, echo of Elandor. I affirmed logging, enabling another's apocalypse. Valtor's denizens, ignorant, faithful, soon shattered. Duty's solace frayed, beauty mocked horror. Dawn gilded escarpment, spire smoke veiling nexus. Chime, mechanicum hail. Beacon Epsilon 4. This is Forge Adept Kalen Zeta 12. Submit diagnostics, brace for audit. Vox flawless, too pristine, sans organic trace. Doubt seeded, corruption, abominable intelligence. Audit ensued, probes, queries, lineage scrutiny sinister. Exhaustion fueled suspicion, every exchange potential deceit. Yet I complied, duty's chain. Night deepened, transmissions surged. More targets, more purges. Final enigma, ultra-encrypted, decrypted anomalously. Lira Voss, exemplary fidelity noted, survival secured, but vigilance eternal. Recall witnessed truths, salvation borders perdition, the throne shields, in guises grimmer than demise. Sender veiled, yet resonant, Astartes Tambra. Promise fulfilled, life spared for utility. Burden, perpetuate machinery of sacrifice, fate's worse, erosion of humanity. Via duty's grind. Latest feed, new vectors, new worlds. I routed, mechanized, Emperor's cog, throne shields, at costs eclipsing death, sun dipped, crimson as vitae. Tomorrow, renewal of cycle. I endured, witness to Imperium's grim calculus, soul's toll for species persistence.